My name is Chris Rogers. I'm a journalist, storyteller, and morning news anchor. And I'm Chris Rogers at 6:02 on the clock. We start off with your top story this morning. In over half a decade in local news, I've covered everything from severe weather. I want to get you up to speed on some news just coming into our newsroom as we come on the air right now. Axtell ISD is now on a 2-hour delay this morning. That is coming from the superintendent himself, who just called our newsroom a few moments ago. One of the major ones being at Orangeburg High School, where a great number of people are starting to gather, especially people from those low-lying areas. Maria, I do want to ask you a quick question. I know that you've been out there on the roads all morning long. As far as you can tell, are most of the major roadways and areas that you've been, have they been treated by that salt brine solution to make sure they're safer for drivers, or are there still areas that you've seen that are still a little slick and left untreated?
Well, guys, good evening to you. I'm here live in the Maple Crest subdivision. You can see the standing water around me really hindering some of the cleanup efforts at this point.
To breaking news. We are interrupting the Today Show right now for breaking news that we are following as we speak. Multiple emergency crews are responding to an explosion caused by an accident between a train and an 18-wheeler. We do not know right now as we speak the relation those victims had to the suspect. Is that correct? We don't know if this was a domestic situation or really what led up to this shooting. Is that right? The neighborhood behind me is locked down for at least a block as police and federal investigators continue to search for clues inside the suspect's home. To live pep rallies. Week 4, 2018. We are so. Hey, wait! I think I'm missing someone. Where's my co-anchor here? Oh. Entering in style, Heidi Alaga, obviously entering in the way that she knows how. I have a passion for cracking down on misinformation and giving viewers the facts in my daily Verify segments. We go to the experts, we do the research to get you your answers. This next one comes to us from a viewer named Sophie. Let's take a look.
Hi Chris, my name is Sophie.
It is election night in America, and misinformation is rampant right now as numbers start to come in across the country. We're asking you at home to send us your questions. What are you hearing? What are you seeing? Here's the breakdown right here. Here's what we know to be true in the left-hand column. In the middle, what we know to be patently false. And here, the question mark, you can see that's the claims that we're still working to confirm. Being a morning anchor also gives me the chance to showcase my personality. You're on The Voice. You have 30 seconds to win the judges over. What song are you singing?
Flex. For a good cause, here it is.
I don't want to rip out of the suit, Heidi. Geared up for the Olympics coming. You don't have anything in that. And you know what? In the interest of transparency, I want to show you guys. I actually poured some coffee into my mug beforehand so I wouldn't lie to the viewers. I can't say the same for Zach. The good news is that he doesn't lie about the forecast. The time right now is 5:20. Coming up next, it's National Take Your Dog to Work Day. What? No one told me this? We'll have a special report on Man's Best Friend. More Texas Today is straight ahead. And tell stories that matter. It's a baffling, frustrating condition. So how do you cope? Well, over the course of the next 3 weeks, we are going to take a look at families who are answering that very question. And there are some bright moments, bordering on miraculous. This morning, we take a look at a man who can still count on a higher power. But what really happens to your recyclables once they're picked up from curbside? Well, the city says it goes through the entire recycling process. But we know you guys trust us to dive a little deeper, so I followed along just to be sure. So whether it's behind the desk, we are waiting to hear from authorities right now. Sheriff Chris White is on scene, is expected to speak to the media in just a few moments from now. We do have a crew on the ground ready to go. We have Barry Roy and Maria Aguilera standing by with new information as students at Odessa High School get ready to head back to school today. We'll get to them in just a moment. Or in the field. You mentioned that word devastation a moment ago, and certainly as we were driving around earlier today, we arrived just a few short hours ago, that was the word that came to mind. Of course, we saw yesterday some powerful emotions coming out of our nation's capital during the national funeral there. A quote that really stood out to me during George W. Bush's eulogy is, "I am committed to delivering news that makes a difference."
My heart will go on.
And near, far, wherever you are in Central Texas, we'll see you tomorrow morning, same time, same place, 4:30 to 7 a.m.